You don't have to be smart to make money? Yeah. How many teeth did you lose? I have a single-digit number of actual real teeth left. So, like, I don't know how many you start with. I'm not sure. 32? Damn, it's not really... All right. Let me just stop you right here. 70 million views per month on YouTube on each channel. That's not total. That's just on one channel. It's fake news. But we'll move on. Fuck that shit up, huh? Try and get it. I seen that one. PFA's lawsuit contained poor, plowly folk. Nobody reads this shit. I'm not gonna read that. Nobody read this. I'm not gonna read this. No. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. Oh, 20 million. That's a lot of money. Oh, 30 million. That's a lot of money. That's right. Uh-huh. Is that him?
What if I told you that you don't have to be smart or even attractive to make money?
What do you have to be in order to balance your audio? Just a minute.
Be smart or even attractive to make money.
That was easy, right? That's crazy how easy it is.
What if I told you that you don't have to be smart or even attractive to make money?
Well, you just showed the clip of me, so I think you already proved that.
I don't think that Markiplier or Oompaville or
Markiplier's a
iShowSpeed are
good-looking
stupid.
dude,
I think
though.
they're actually quite smart.
Everybody knows that.
But when we think of smart people, we normally think of a medical doctor or a physicist, someone who is using engineering to save lives. Mm-hmm. YouTubers are entertainers. They might teach us something, but that's beside the point. No one who gets a PhD expects to have $20 million in their bank account. A normal person, if you want to go get a master's degree in engineering or mathematics or
science... Well, you can expect to get a $20 million in your bank account if you get a master's degree. You have to get that degree in... drilling and engineering and in fracking. Yeah. Yeah, that's all.
You're going to have student debt, you have to pay for health insurance, then you have a mortgage, maybe you pay for children, pets. Yeah. There are so many things that people have to pay for during the course of their lives that for a normal person, the idea of having $20 million in their bank account is just, it's not going to happen. So if you want to have a glass of water,
you need $20 million
for that. If you want to try to eat water with chopsticks, it would take you hours and hours of time. It's a really stupid thing to do. But eating water with chopsticks is actually really, really profitable because if people think it's funny or entertaining, advertisers will pay to...
The funny thing about this guy is that this is actually really good insight, and he's completely right about everything that he's said. And I think the example that he's making is an actual 5-head example. This is such a great example.
Basically be on your video. So if you want to make more money than someone who's smarter than you, all you have to do is be more popular than them.
That's right.
If you are popular, if people watch you, advertisers will pay to have their products shown on your page. Yes. If you have a $5 million mansion, you have millions of dollars here, millions of dollars there, You have a lot of freedom to do whatever you want. So the
Right.
question is, why would someone like Markiplier advertise for Prime Energy when he doesn't need to? Why would someone like Logan Paul sell Prime Energy when he doesn't need to? Because
Because
both
he
of them,
can.
I can assure you that both of them know that Prime Energy is really, really bad. It's got a lot of sugar, it's got a lot of caffeine, and it even has a lot of microplastics in it. And they just don't care. But the thing
Well, I
is,
feel like the reason why nobody's going to give a shit about that is because there's a bunch of other things that have the same thing. So it's like, how are you going to expect some YouTuber to go and die on this cross when you've got these massive companies that are doing the same thing at a much larger scale? Like, I don't think it's really fair to hold a YouTuber or a content creator to that same standard. Like, why? Like, yeah, like, what is this?
they have years and years of their life spent doing whatever is popular,
Yeah.
doing whatever it takes to become popular, and that's what's allowed them to become wealthy over time. So when we ask the question, why do stupid people make more money than smart people? It's just being popular. You just have to be popular and maybe, forget that you have any sort of morals or ethics so you can sell microplastic water to children.
That's right.
Maybe it's more closer to just like raw sugar than actual water. But yeah, I hope you guys found this entertaining. Subscribe if you want to. I'll try to make more videos in the future. And goodbye.
So this guy's halfway right, but he's missing a
Found this
few
entertaining.
important points. The main important point that I think a lot of people like this forget, and they don't really understand, is that intelligence is not simply defined by a person's ability to do math. There are a lot of different types of intelligence that exist on a spectrum that is not what's measured in school. Like, for example, Bill Clinton or Joe Biden has an insanely fucking high emotional intelligence. Like, Bill Clinton is a wizard. Now, he might not understand how a rocket ship works, but he's very good at knowing people and knowing how to act around people. He is. I didn't inhale. Yeah, he does. He did. Typical retarded NA take? No, I mean, this is the truth, and you'll learn this again. It's the same people that are musically intelligent. Like, there's people like R. Kelly. R. Kelly can't fucking read, but he can be a musician. And he's a great musician. He can listen to something and play it himself. And so the idea that a person's intelligence and the value of this person is defined by the amount of math that they can do or something like that, I think this is just simply not true. And intelligence is defined in a lot of different spectrums. And I think that what you see a lot of times that happen is that people that have what they perceive to be a high level of intelligence inside of one spectrum believe that that is what makes them superior and makes them deserving of a success in other spectrums as well. There's also physical intelligence as well. So, for example, there's a guy like Speed, right? People like Michael Phelps, people that are just incredibly physically gifted and are, very, very agile and adept with moving and knowing how to act and just being able to fucking dance around and shit like that. Sam Sulek, well, he's gifted with chemistry. I mean, or at least somebody was. But yeah, something like that. Tom Brady. That's a good example, is Tom motherfucking Brady. You look at Tom Brady, yeah, the guy's in shape, but you see a guy that looks like Tom Brady, you go downtown, go to the local bar, watch the football game, you see a guy that's got about the same build as Tom Brady, but he didn't win, what is it, 11, 9 Super Bowls, something like that, right? It's insane. And so Ronaldo, yeah, exactly. And actually, speaking of Ronaldo or a high-level football player, they've actually done scans on a S7. Is it 7? That's still a lot. I've won 0 so far, so that's 7 more than me. And a high-level football player, right, like a top-tier S-tier football player, is actually making less decisions in their mind than somebody that's at the mid-level or lower level. And so it actually is a different level of awareness and intelligence that's not perceived on the same spectrum as being able to memorize the elements on the periodic table. It's the flow state, right? It's something like that, intuitively, like, right? Empty your mind. Yeah, and so, and that none of that is bullshit, exactly. Hideo Miyazaki, it looks like a guy who created Dark Souls. Yeah, there it is. And I think this is the problem, is that Shaq's a great entrepreneur. And the reason why Shaq is a great entrepreneur is that Shaq has the intelligence of humility. Shaq wanted to get a degree in, and by the way, you want to know one level of intelligence that I have? Memory. That's how I can use all these fucking examples. You can give me an example, and I can tell you why it's a good example. It's because I can memorize everything, even though I never knew how to do it. I was the kind of person that in school, I wouldn't learn how to do the math. I would just learn every outcome that the math could have, and then memorize that and finish the test in 10 minutes. I couldn't show my work because I didn't do any work. I just looked at the numbers and I knew what the answer was. So that's it. So again, Shaq, I'll use the example. The guy was, he wanted to learn more about business because he said people weren't taking him seriously. So you know what he did? He went to a university and he said, you know what? I want to learn about business. Teach me business. They said, that's great, but we need to have a class for you, and we only teach classes for 20 people. So you're only one guy. So Shaq did the logical thing, is that he paid for 19 of his other friends to get MBAs in business so he could learn how to become a businessman. And now, if you go to Bed Bath & Beyond, if you go to Walmart, if you go to Best Buy, if you go to Ross, if you go to Target, if you go to Cabela's, if you go anywhere, you're gonna see Shaq. One way or another, he's gonna be on the box of something. You go to Office Depot, guess who's there? Shaquille O'Neal. That's right. I'm sitting in a Shaq office chair. That's right. And so this dude knows what he's doing. And so the idea that intelligence is defined by one spectrum is, it's naive. It's extremely naive. And I understand, like, because I remember this is a moment that I won't forget. And I know probably Jeff won't forget either. It's because Jeff was never, like, Jeff's a smart guy, right? But like Jeff never was very good in school, right? He was all right in school, but he was never like fucking super good in school. But Jeff was so talented at music that he actually, after school, they wanted to pay him to go and like compete and play in like drum corps. That's how good he was. Like, he insanely fucking good. And so my mom, like, Jeff was telling my mom how he's stupid. She's like, he's like, he's stupid. I'm stupid. I'm so dumb. I'm an idiot. And then she explained to him like the different types of intelligences. Because my mom, by the way, you know, it's a fucking writer. She had a degree in psychology. Went to college for fucking like more than that, like 6 years, some shit like that. So yeah, she knew all about this. Read I swear to God, we probably have 1,000 books in this house. There are 1,000 books in this house. She read every single fucking one of them. And she reading shit on the internet ever since the 90s. So that's the reason why she doesn't have even more books than that. And so, yeah, she knew a lot of shit. And she told Jeff that, and Jeff was like, man, I'm going to think about myself I'm going to think about myself a different way. You know, people use the word stupid wrong. Yeah, exactly. So like, it's like here's another good example. Yep. Nice Wukong gameplay. That's right. So everybody always likes to think that they're smart because they can do this. But just keep in mind that there's a monkey that can outperform you on a level that you're never even going to be on. There's a monkey that can beat you. So whenever you think that you're smarter than people that act like monkeys, just remember that there's actual monkeys that are verifiably smarter than you in certain circumstances. That's my opinion. That's what I think. I'll link you all the video. I think that he'll learn. I do.